Now, I've lived in Ireland, I love the Irish, and it breaks my heart to hear about a 10-year-old Irish girl being raped by one of these newcomers. I want to see a stop to it as soon as possible. And now, this particular strategy, if we shall call it that, it doesn't only apply to Ireland, it applies to every Western nation, and we're all in the same situation. So my heart breaks on a daily basis. You know, what is going on in Sweden, Germany, England, Ireland. It can't go on. We're angry, I'm angry, you're angry. I see you protest outside of these hotels where they house these rapists. Now we need to use the anger in a productive way so that we can actually change things for the better in the long run. Not only show how angry we are in the here and now, and then we can, go about our lives the next day, and then we'll have another rape in a few months. So the only way to get out from this mess, from this hell, many of our young women, of our girls, they find themselves in a hell. They're being harassed, sexually harassed. Some are being raped, some are being killed. As men, I have 2 daughters myself. I'm worried also, of course I am. So we need to get out from this mess as soon as possible. And the only way we can get out from this mess is when we contest the positions of power in society, including political power, including the legal system. So this is my encouragement to all young Irishmen. If you have the opportunity, go into politics, join a political party, whichever party it is, and then you push it into a healthier direction so that one day you can be the one who sits by the levers of power and you can pull them in a direction which is good for the Irish in this case, so that it's no longer possible to rape a 10-year-old Irish girl and get away with it. So this individual, he will get a slap on his wrist, probably be out on the street in a few months or a few years again. There will not be any consequences because the powers that be, I don't know who they are exactly, corrupt Irishmen who are getting their 30 pieces of silver maybe, who knows. They don't really care. They don't really care as long as they still get to be in their positions of power. So if you want to challenge them, then you have to contest these political positions. So I see, police cars burning. I don't really care, to be honest. It's just a car. But I'm saying that I don't want anyone to get a false sense of accomplishment, saying that, oh, we have shown the politicians how angry we are, now we have done something. It's not to do something because they can comfortably ignore your anger. You can look at a place like France, where they have violent protests every now and again, and the French elite, they are still sitting, sipping on their wine and their champagne, and they don't really care if the people are angry. The ones now in political positions in Ireland, the ones who are currently at the levers of power, they can comfortably ignore the anger. They look at a car burning, they look at some policemen being, having bottles thrown at them. They don't really care because they still have their positions. They're still getting their 30 pieces of silver every month or however often. So they can comfortably ignore your anger. They cannot ignore you when you start to actually challenge them in the political arena. And not only in the political arena, but everything, the entire social apparatus. You need to contest it. That's what we need to do. Then something else I want to say is that when you are angry at the police, which you can be, I'm not taking the Garde in defense at all, I don't care. You can say, if you have a friend or a family member who's part of the police, you can say, why do you work for a police force that protects rapists? You can shame them, by all means do it, but keep in mind the following is that the police, they aren't giving themselves the orders. You have someone up here who are giving the orders downward. So look at who is giving the police their orders. What is the name of the person who is giving the orders to the police so that they will protect a rapist? He has a name, or she has a name. Shame them. Let the entire nation of Ireland know what is the name of the person who is giving the orders. Same thing when we're looking at a construction of a refugee center in a small Irish village. Who is giving the order? Who is giving the approval of this construction site? It is a person. Who is the person? shine a light on him or her, say this is the exact person who's to blame for us having a big refugee camp here in this otherwise picturesque Irish village. It's a person behind it. So focus the attention on that person. And I'm saying this also, that don't do anything illegal. And I'm sure it feels good in the moment to burn a police car, but ultimately it doesn't really help in the long run. The only thing, again, that helps in the long run, and I know I'm repeating myself, but it needs to be said, is for good men, some women as well perhaps, to occupy positions of political power. That's the only way we can get out from this mess. And then also to, in the meanwhile, shine a light on the individuals who give the orders. So you can be angry at the police, by all means be angry, but don't forget that there are people who give orders to the police as well. Now I want to say something lastly also. This is my encouragement to all Irishmen, and while I lived in Ireland I said this as often as possible as well. I said to the Irish, look at what is going on in Europe. I don't want this to happen in Ireland. Now unfortunately it is happening. So what we can do now, what every Irish person, what every Irish man and woman can do at the moment, talk as much as possible to as many people as possible. Make it known to your friends, family, colleagues, schoolmates, whomever. Talk as high as possible as you can. Make the moral case that what is going on is not right, and you need to be firm in your conviction that you are right. We are right. It's an act of evil to have a system in place that enables 10-year-old Irish girls to be raped. You are in the right when you oppose this system. You have the moral high ground, and you need to start shaming Irish people who are for this system. So if someone is still for mass immigration from the third world, you need to shame them. You need to ask them, whomever it might be, you need to say, why are you for this system? So it's a binary choice. Either you're for mass immigration from the third world or you're against. If you're for it, then you are also part of the problem. If you're against it, you have the high ground, because that means you're interested in defending your young girls, the ones who need protecting. So anyway, I'm rooting for you. I might come over in a few years and restore order to the situation. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thank you for your support. Check out all the links in the description box below. XOXO.